did my place of interest on Lava Beds National Monument. My name is Mariah Stengel. So, it's located at 1 Indian Well, 2 Lake, California, 96134, and was established in 1925 and is 73 square miles, which is approximately 189 square kilometers. It has 318 million visitors annually, approximately, according to the National Park Service, or the NPS. It's known for its beautiful scenery, lava, geologic formations and functions, caving, rock art, hiking, wildlife overlooks, and battlefields. Maryland Skull Caves are probably the most famous. The monument has more than 700 caves and approximately 600 are used for caving. That's approximately 28 miles of cave. There are more Native American rock art here than anywhere else in California. This is one of the largest panels of Native American rock art in the United States. This formation was created when a volcanic tuff erupted from the floor of an ancient lake to form an island. History comes alive as you hike into these historical sites. There are 12 hiking trails located within the park. 2 of these places are the Lookout and Captain Jack's Stronghold. These are beautiful places to see after you get over the long hike. For the wildlife outlook, many species of mammals such as bats, squirrels, bobcats, and mountain lions are here. Over 15 species of bats inhabit the caves. For the Modoc War, in addition, the monument encompasses the main battlefields of the Modoc War. The battle happened in the years 1872 to 73 and were between white American settlers in Oregon and California and the Native Americans who'd been there for a long time. The white people wanted to place the Native Americans on a reservation and the rest of their traditional homelands would be made available for settlement. The Native Americans didn't like this, battles ensued, and it looks the same way it did today, as seen in the picture here. Its geologic formations are millions of years old, according to the U.S. Department of the Interior. It's a fossil-rich area. Between the Pacific Plate and the North American Plate, between the Basin and Range Province and the Cascade Mountains, located within active zones of subduction. So, as seen in the picture here, a transform boundary, also called a strike-slip boundary, is a fault along a plate boundary where the motion is predominantly horizontal. It ends abruptly where it connects to another plate boundary, either another transform, a spreading ridge, or a subduction zone. The type of stress is tensional, as seen by the deep ground cracks that are running north to south underneath the base of the volcano. For eruptions, the most recent eruptions were along the cracks that line the basin. They were easy routes for magma to take to reach the surface of the crust. Earth's magma travels faster to the surface. It was formed when cinders erupted through lake water, forming tuff. The caldera is said to have formed then, which formed the majority of this volcano and basin. This happens even today. The eruption caused 13 vents to erupt, and they erupted a cubic kilometer of lava. That's actually a lot of lava. For mountain presence, Medicine Lake volcano is a shield volcano. It's separated from the other Cascade Mountains, even though it is still part of the belt. The lava flows are completely independent from the other mountains because it's separated at the intersection of the Walker Lane Fault Zone. Shield volcanoes are typically massive volcanoes which produce dominantly effusive and fast lava. This isn't true for Medicine Lake. It's a gentle slope for the shield volcano. The caldera in the center of the mountain did not form from a massive explosive eruption. It likely formed from a collapse which occurred when the layers of rock above air pockets, which used to contain lava, collapsed under their own weight. Lava then squeezed up the fracture lines, forming rim volcanoes. For earthquake activity, the most recent earthquake is in 1996. Many others have been close by but never actually hit. The dominant mineral is silicon because the chemical component is dominant in volcanic rocks, which makes sense because it is a volcano. The dominant rocks are basalt and andesite. Basalt was formed when the volcanoes erupted. They erupted from splatter vents. This mineral forms when the hot magma rapidly cools, especially after an eruption. It traveled when the lava tubes carried it from south to north. For andesite, it's formed when the rapid cooling of magma. Basalt and basaltic andesite dominate the lower flanks of the volcano. For the age of geologic features, Medicine Lake volcano is approximately 500,000 years old. It's a northwestern extension of the Walker Lane Fault Zone, which is a few million years old, and the rocks are 2,500 years old. We know the age because of the isotopic age dating. The oldest geologic feature at lava beds is Gillen Bluff. It has been dated around 2 million years old. So it's actually a high desert landscape. The area is semi-desert with an average annual rainfall of 13 inches, and this is mostly due to the climate and the volcano that surrounds it. For glacial activity at the southern end of the Lava Beds National Monument, two deposits of gravel record past glacial activity. Because the site exposed glacial outwash gravel, it may have been of interest for the interpretation of past glacial activity and the effects of climate change. However, this exposure apparently was covered during restoration of the pit, sometime between 2004 and 2010. The volcano continued to erupt during and after the time of glacial activity, approximately 13,000 years ago. Main points. So, lava tubes show the evidence of different geologic occurrences. These include the things listed below and shed a light on the Earth's history. So, they were formed by the eruption of highly fluid lava, which travels farther and forms thinner flows. There's lots of geodiversity, as seen in the examples given, and the lava flows in lava tube caves can alter the landscape surrounding it. These are my resources. Thank you.